So yes, certainly. We can actually have recourse to the Blessed Mother as intercessor for this dialogue that we have with Islam, for a better understanding between Christianity and Islam, for social and religious harmony between the two worlds, the world of Islam and the world of non-Islam. Yes. And people are getting restless. I saw people picking up coats. So it's past 11:30. I think I can have maybe one more question and we'll cut it off here. Yes.
You said that there's very homogeneous, the Islam world, but really there's Sunnis and Shiites, and if you get caught in the wrong side of the tracks, you're dead. And I was wondering, with that, maybe there's still a clash between them that will occur, not only between Christian, and then what is the Indonesian? Are there more Muslims in Indonesia than there are really in the Mideast? Is that the future?
In terms of population size of the different countries, Indonesia, certainly because of its population, is the largest Muslim. It's the largest Muslim nation. A lot of the Middle East, particularly a lot of the area where ISIS is very sparsely habited. A lot of it is desert. If you look at the map of the Middle East, your old history maps of the ancient Near East, you have the Fertile Crescent, that is Mesopotamia, and then comes down along the coast. That arc there, where most of ISIS's power base is, which is kind of like underneath that arch, all that's desert. So there's not much there in terms of population. But that's neither here nor there. In terms of the split between Shia and Sunni, there's more than just that split, because within Shiism and Sunniism, there are splits too. And I think that's that's part of the problem. That's one of the contradictions of Islam. Yes, the land of Islam is more or less homogeneous Islamic, that they revere the same sacred texts and they have more or less the same outlook. But there are variations within Islam, just like there are variations within Christianity. That we have our own problems of disunity. Catholic Orthodox, Catholic Protestant, and the various Protestant denominations that are split amongst themselves. But the difference is that there is still a sense of oneness in the land of Islam that does not exist in the Christian West. That the split within Christianity has been far more disastrous for us, which is why we have this pluralist society. We got over the wars of religion that ended with the Peace of Westphalia in 1648, at the end of the 30 Years' War. There were still a few flare-ups here and there. The English Civil War, the Glorious Revolution, the French Revolution. But in general, the Peace of Westphalia kind of settled the political tensions that came out of the Reformation, and political disunity that still exists today because of that. So that's why we live in a pluralistic society in the West. You cannot say that. You cannot say that in the land of Islam. That kind of political split. Now, that Shiism and Sunniism are in conflict with each other is quite clear. And all you have to do is look towards the Iranian Revolution and Saudi Arabia. Now, I won't go as far as some people say, saying that the war, what ISIS is doing is really a war of proxy between Saudi Arabia and Iran, with Syria and Iraq on the Iranian side, and ISIS on the side of Saudi Arabia. That's going too far. That's going too far. ISIS has its own agenda. It might be fueled by a lot of Saudi money, and there is certainly a conservative streak within the type of Islam that is unofficially promoted through Saudi Arabia, but I don't see it as a war, a proxy war between Shiism and Sunnism. Even though ISIS really does have it in for the Shiites. In fact, one of the things, one of the early things that came out was with this ISIS thing is they blew up the shrine of Noah up in northern Iraq. They blew up that shrine not as an offense to Jews and to Christians, but as a way to purify Islam, because that shrine had actually been erected by Muslims, Sufi Muslims. Sufism is a strain, it's usually characterized as a mystical strain within Islam. It's a bit more complicated than that, but they believe in reverencing the forefathers and that, and they built shrines and mausoleums to the patriarchs and to various other figures. And ISIS, the Puritan streak of ISIS sees that as idolatry. Not much unlike during the Protestant Reformation, where the reformers went into the churches and destroyed the statues and the stained glass windows. So, it is what it is. And I think with that, thank you very much for coming.